Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, top of the morning. Let's f***ing get it. For today's video, we are going to go through our Fall-Winter 2019 season review. Had a bunch of people hitting me up. I know I'm like a day late on this video, but there was a bunch of images I had to clip. There was a bunch of stuff I had to put in order and get right. I want the video to be informational. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions. Just go over the lookbook as a whole. Give you guys some pieces that I like, some pieces that I don't like. And then, of course, in the comment section down below, I want you guys all to leave a comment. That way I can see what you guys are feeling. I can write back to you guys. Yeah, let's run it like that. So I hope you guys are all excited. Of course, you guys know I'm excited. I love brand new Supreme seasons. I love when there's a brand new lookbook. I look at it for like 5 days straight. I love copping week 0. It's hectic. It's crazy. We spend a bunch of money, buy a bunch of stuff, and it's always a good time. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. Let's break this thing down and see what we can get into. All right, so before we get into the actual pieces, there's just like a couple things I want to highlight, some things that I've noticed, stuff like that. One thing that I've noticed is the Gore-Tex items are through the roof, dude. There's like 15 plus individual Gore-Tex items, all the way from jackets to sweatshirts to hats and beanies. They always do Gore-Tex in the fall-winter time or the past couple seasons, but this season there is a bunch of Gore-Tex items. So if you guys like Gore-Tex, then you guys are in for it. The one bad part or downside to Gore-Tex is it's always a little bit more expensive and it makes the retail price go up. So another thing that I've noticed is the hats and the beanie section this season. I know I've been talking to a lot of people over the past year. We've been commenting on how the hats and the beanie section has not been up to par. Honestly, the past 2 seasons, I feel like the hats, all around 90% of the hats, were completely trash and just not that good. One thing I've noticed is that the hat section does look a little bit more full. It seems like they didn't put as many hats as they normally do. Maybe they just toned it down and took their time on the hats that they did do, which is what I would prefer them to do. The beanie section is popping. The hat section is popping. I'm excited to look at some of those and show you guys what I'm feeling. As the hat section is doing a little bit better, I feel like the pants this season are just not what I was expecting. The pants is the first section that I go to when the lookbook drops. I love pants. I love all kinds of pants, denim, skate pants, jeans, work pants, and I just feel like it was not up to par, or it just was not what I was expecting. There is some cool pairs of pants and pants that I'm definitely gonna buy, but as a whole, I don't think it met my expectations or what I wanted it to be. Now, I don't know if you guys have counted the items or compared it to past seasons, but I think there's a lot less items in the lookbook this season that there normally is, especially in the accessory category. Like when the accessories were loaded, I thought it was a mistake that there wasn't all the accessories that should have been there. I kept refreshing and refreshing for a couple hours and they never added any more. There's only 1 set of pins, 1 keychain, and then there's like 20 something accessories. I think last season there was almost 40 or over 40 accessories. So I don't know what that means. Either they're just cooling it on the accessories and not dropping as many, or that means that there's going to be a bunch of collab accessories, which I'm leaning towards the latter. I feel like they're going to do different things with companies and collaborations, and they're going to introduce and do more collaboration accessories. With that being said, there was no pendant in the lookbook either. Usually every season they drop a little chain, costs 300, 400, 500 bucks, has a little pendant on it. They've been doing that for seasons back as long as I can remember, and this fall-winter season there is no chain or pendant in the lookbook. I know Duva was bummed out about that. She's always excited about the chain, so we'll have to see. Maybe a collab chain, or maybe they're just dipping on the chain as a whole. I'm not 100% sure. These are just my observations. Now, another thing that they did not include in the lookbook, which they normally do in fall-winter, is headbands. Everybody always loves headbands, big logo headbands, reflective headbands, whatever it is. This season there is no headbands in the lookbook, so maybe they're gonna do some unseen headbands or collab headbands like I said before, but as far as the lookbook goes, there is 0 headbands in there, and that kind of bums me out. I love headbands, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now, Supreme always does a bunch of stuff with a bunch of different artists, but one artist that you guys need to keep an eye out on is one artist that did graphics for the decks, and that is Sean Cliver. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen Sean Cliver pieces before. It's the animation pieces. It was the Motel Hell and the Sugar Rush deck, and he's done a bunch of other stuff for Supreme as well. Sean Sean Cliver is an OG in the skate world. If you guys don't know who he is, go do some research before they drop a full collab with Sean Cliver again. This dude is an animation genius, and back in the day he was the artist for Hookups. He did all the original Hookup graphics. You guys ever walked into a skate shop in the 90s and early 2000s, you guys saw Hookup decks, chicks like pinup chicks with big old boobies, and like, you know, the doctor chicks and all that. He was the dude who really pioneered animation and brought it into skateboarding. Before Sean Cliver, there was nobody that was doing animation for skateboard decks. That man is the pioneer of that whole shit, and he's a huge part of skateboarding and a huge part of like artistry in general, and that dude's a GOAT. If you guys don't know who he is, go do your research before they drop the collab so you guys are up on game. Now, one last thing I want to mention about the lookbook that I noticed is a lot of camo. Bags have camo on them. It's like real tree, and then there's a bunch of woodland camo throughout the lookbook on a bunch of Polar Tech pieces. There's camo on hats, there's camo on the Hanes stuff, and that always makes me happy. I love woodland camo. I think the Hanes stuff this season is extremely fire. I think the Polar Tech stuff, which we will go over in a minute, is extremely fire, and all around I'm happy that they brought back the camo or just introduced more camo this season. You can never have too much camo. Alright homies, so those were just my small little observations. Nothing too crazy. Those were just some things that I noticed from going through it and comparing it to past seasons. Now let's look at some of these items. Now the items that I'm about to show you guys, these aren't necessarily items that I'm gonna buy or my personal favorite items. These are just the items that stood out to me the most. Some I'm gonna buy, some I'm not. Some I think are cool, and yeah, I cannot spend too much time on each of these items or we will be here all day. I know you guys like looking at my face, but I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I'm gonna spend 10 to 15 seconds on each item that I put on the screen, and then we will move on to the next. So I don't want to show too much love to one or not enough love to the other. We're just gonna skim through them. I'm gonna give a brief description, what I think, yada yada, and we will keep it pushing. Let's start with the jackets. So one jacket that stood out to me was this checkerboard ARC logo jacket right here. This is a puffy jacket, it's an ARC logo jacket, and it's like a patchwork checker. This is like a 4, 5 in 1 right here. This thing is so sick. Side note, some of these items that I put on the screen come in different colors. I put one color mainly on each item just so you guys can get the gist. You guys are some reason watching this video and have not looked at the preview and the lookbook. SupremeNewYork.com, you guys can look at all of these images up close and personal, see all the different colors, so on and so forth. So this jacket is super sick. I love the patchwork or the checkered design on it. This is going to be all cut and sewn, all different. Then you got an ARC logo on the front and a fat ARC logo on the back. This green and navy color is a slapper. We saw this piece right here leak a little while ago from Complex or Forbes or I don't know, some magazine like that, but this is one of my favorite items in the lookbook. This thing is so sick, dude. This is a Harrington jacket. I love the way that those cuts are and the way that those jackets fit. You have these tiger stripes on the outside, flip it on the inside, and you guys have this red tartan flannel plaid. Ooh, this is a nasty jacket and one of my favorites from the season. Of course, we have a faux fur jacket right here, and I think they did a really good job with this faux fur. This is the Ganesh faux fur. You guys can see it's got like the elephant lady on it. I don't know much about the Ganesh stuff or about that culture or what goes on, so I'm not going to speak too much on it, but this thing is gas. I know I want to buy it. On the back, I believe it says Supreme like somewhere in the letters or going throughout the cotton or the pattern that is on the back. This faux fur is extremely nasty. It's probably going to be $400 retail and a jacket that Duva and I both really like. Next is a jacket with some New York swag right here. This is the leather collar puffy jacket. It comes in like a blue plaid color and then this yellow color right here. This is also a jacket that I would like to acquire. This is a puffy jacket, very simple, not too much branding. You have a small box on the front and then you have this nasty black leather collar at the top. Ooh, that is straight New York right there, and a piece that I really like. So let's get into some of these Polar Tech camo items that I was talking about. Love this piece right here. They're dropping Polar Tech half zip sweatshirts in a bunch of solid colors, and then you guys have the woodland camo at the end right here with the small box in the corner. Solid sweatshirt, but we will not see any of these Polar Tech items drop until the very end of the season. So we have the lookbook cover photo or the teaser photo, whatever you want to call it, and one of the only denim jackets in the lookbook. So I'm kind of sad there's not a bunch of denim pieces, but then again, I'm hoping that they do collabs and drop denim pieces with collabs that would obviously make up for the lack of the denim in the lookbook. I think this piece is extremely sick. So this piece has multiple meanings behind it. This photo originates from the Vietnam War with some kind of general or something like that who had a sticker on his helmet that said "Make war, not love." And then of course there was the famous band that redid it and said "Meat is not murder." And now Supreme has took it and made it "Supreme is love." This is a fire denim jacket. Anybody that's watched more than one video of mine knows I love denim jackets. That's 100% caught for me. One of the hardest pieces in the lookbook right here is these Gore-Tex Windstopper bandana paisley print reversible fleece jackets right here. Now just by looking at it, I get a wolf fleece vibe to it. It's probably going to be around the same price, maybe a little bit more expensive because it does have Gore-Tex and Windstopper, but this jacket's going to slap. It's in red, black, cream, and blue. These things are going to slap. These are going to resell 100%. One of the best jackets in the lookbook. Now we'll skip to a bigger jacket. At the top of the lookbook, Supreme always has giant jackets, big jackets, puffy jackets that are going to cost a lot of money, and this is one of those right here. So this is like a team varsity jacket. Maybe you guys have seen these on Round 2's page, Kicks page, whatever. These are older style jackets. Supreme has done multiple of these in mini seasons back. They're kind of bringing it back. I think this orange and black colorway is nasty. You guys have chenille patches and branding all over this jacket. Flip and dip to the back, dude. Look how sick this is. This thing looks like a high school varsity jacket. Supreme team, you got the cheerleader 2019. Then you have a bunch of words on it. New York State champions, United States national champions. This is not a jacket that I'm gonna acquire for myself, but whoever buys this and can rock it and pull it off, holy hell, this jacket is fire. All right, you guys know I love my overcoats. I love my trench coats, and I am so happy. This season they have 3 different trench coats in the lookbook, but this one is by far my favorite. You got this window pane design on it, this kind of like box checkered design, which is on multiple different pieces this season, but I think on this trench coat it is so nasty. I literally cannot decide if I want the pink or black one, but this is that proper swag, you know, that nice dinner, family get together, whatever you got to do. This trench coat is so sick. All right, so those were some jackets and some overcoats that stood out to me and that I really liked. Let's move on to the sweatshirts. One of my favorite sweatshirts that they are doing is this cop car design. On the front of this sweatshirt, it's all embroidered. I think it's really nasty on this brown colorway. You kind of get the same vibe as the Apple hooded sweatshirt or the classic ad or something like that. I think this all embroidered design is sick. You got a cop car on fire. It says Supreme underneath. Very simple, not too crazy. One of my favorite sweatshirts in the lookbook. And then we have this all over print sweatshirt right here. Again, if you guys watch the channel, you guys know I love all over print sweatshirts. This thing is super sick. Now, I do not know the artist that this is by. I do, but then I forgot, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I love all over prints. This is one of the only all over print sweatshirts in the lookbook. I'm calling this to drop week 1. I'm going to cop it 100%. And then of course we have box logo hoodies. So these are paisley design, and these things are really sick. I cannot lie. I'm not very crazy or go stupid over box logos. I just buy them, resell them, let the homies have them. You guys know the deal. I don't go too crazy over box logos, but these things are extremely sick. Let me know what your favorite color box logo is down below. I know the pink and blue are gonna take over the ratings, but I really do like the yellow, red, and brown. Those are probably my 3 favorite colors. You guys have an embroidered box with paisley on the inside. Man, these things are nasty, dude. So the last sweatshirt I want to go over is this Craft Supreme hoodie, or this cone hoodie right here. You kind of got this simple design on the front, again, like the cop car, like the classic ad, like the Gons hoodie, like multiple other hoodies that they have done in the past. You got this ash gray color right here, which I think looks really good, and then you kind of got this stencil design on it. I really enjoy this hoodie, and it's probably a hoodie that I'm gonna end up buying. All right, let's skip to the sweaters and jerseys and stuff like that. We have one baseball jersey in the lookbook, which is this satin floral jersey right here. It comes in one color. If you guys have not learned your lesson with the baseball jerseys, these things fly. They always sell out and they always resell, especially when there's no other colorways and no other baseball jerseys. This thing is going to be going for double retail, no problem, the day that it drops. This thing is extremely sick. You have a embroidered ARC logo going across the front, and then this dark floral satin pattern. This thing is nasty. There's one sweater I want to go over, which is this jailhouse stripe sweater right here. This thing is so sick. I believe that this is cashmere or something like that, maybe a wool sweater, but this thing is sick, dude. I love the jailhouse swag. You got the black and white stripes, Supreme embroidered on the chest. This is an all knit sweater. sweater. I always cop knit sweaters and people sleep. They always ask me what season it dropped, where I got it, yada yada whoop-de-whoop. And man, don't sleep on this sweater. I'm copping this for show. Alright guys, let's move to the pants section. Not too many shorts in the lookbook. There's actually only 3 or 4 pairs. I want to go over these waffle Ganesh shorts right here. This matches the faux fur. Please do not buy the faux fur and the shorts and wear them together. I would not advise doing that. But these shorts are pretty sick. You guys got Supreme on both sides of the legs. Then you got that same design that's on the faux fur. 2 slanted pockets, a pocket on the back. Not many shorts in fall winter, so if there's a pair that you like out of the ones that are in the lookbook, make sure you guys cop. Of course, my favorite part of every season is the work pants, dude. Now, I thought they were gonna do those diamond stitch work pants. I was really banking on those, and then they ended up doing this other design. I really don't know what this design is called. I'll blow it up so you guys can see it. It looks like maybe like an octagon or something like that that's going through these pants with some kind of chain link or Versace little pattern. I really don't know how to explain it. Then you guys have the word Supreme maybe 5 or 10 times going throughout these pants. So not my favorite design ever, but I am gonna cop. I'm gonna skip on those like navy and tan ones, and I'm gonna cop these 2 over to the way left hand side or right hand side, whatever way you're looking at it. It's like this orangish dark reddish pair, and then this black pair right here, and then of course we got some solid colors like we do every season. Back with the Polar Tech, this matches the half zip that they're dropping, and these are Polar Tech pants. So you guys got side pockets, and then it's gonna be like that fleece Polar Tech material. You guys got Supreme embroidered on somewhere near your hip. These things are so fire. They will not drop till the end of the season, but one of my favorite pants in the lookbook. Now this season I'm gonna break my painter's pants cherry, or my carpenter's pants, or whatever you guys want to call it. These are a little bit different fit. They have a way wider leg, and they're just like more for doing like I don't know what with, but I don't really wear this style of pants, but I do like this artwork that's on it. You guys got like this weird fish looking guy, and then this dude that looks like he wants to eat the fish, and I really do like this turquoise color. That's a pair of pants that I'm copping this season for sure. I encourage you guys to go out of your way and try something new. If you guys want to cop a pair of work pants or denim or painter's pants, but you never have before, you don't think you can rock them, you don't know how you're gonna pull them off, all that. Go after what you like, try something new, and I promise you guys will not be disappointed. I encourage you guys to do that this season. Alright, let's get into these hats and beanies. This was a section that I said had a little bit more power than it normally does, and yeah, let's go over some of the hats, dude. So I was excited to cop a New Era box logo hat this season, then it ended up being the ear flap hat. So these are always good in the winter, especially if you live in colder areas. You guys can rock the box logo fitted, and then the panels come down and you have all fur lined on the inside. Keep your ears, your neck, the back of your neck warm. These things are super sick. So this hat right here is extremely cool. This is the Pledge Allegiance hat, or the Postal Service hat, whatever you want to call it. This is an extremely old design and something that Supreme has used in the past that they are bringing back, and it does have like a neck gaiter thing on it, or an ear flap piece as well. This checkered one in the middle, woo, this thing is so nasty, dude. It says "You pledge allegiance, Supreme, fuck what you heard," and then it has like the little Postal Service eagle. These hats are extremely sick. Let's go over these S logos. These are wool S logos, but there's something very important about these hats. I don't know if you guys have ever bought S logos before, but usually they have the leather strap with the pull tab, and this thing on the S logo hats is huge. It always digs into the back of my head, and that's why I never wear any of my S logo hats. You guys look a little closer. They changed the back of these S logos to leather straps with a belt buckle, and that changes the game, dude. I'm literally gonna buy every color of these hats, go into my hat bin and pull out every S logo that's this color, get rid of it and replace it with these ones. I'm excited to buy these S logos so I can put them on my head and not have something digging into the back of my skull. I know I'm not the only person that feels that way or has that happen with previous season S logos. Let me know if you guys noticed the leather strap and the belt buckle. So excited for those hats, dude. So one last hat I wanted to show you guys. One of my favorite ones is this pumpkin hat right here. This is just a normal 6-panel hat. It's the two-tone hats that they always do. It says Supreme Fat on the back, but then it's got like this little jack-o'-lantern with wheels, and he's zooming past. This thing's super cool. I'm probably gonna buy the black one, and I hope that they do this pumpkin graphic on some other hats as well. So let's get into these beanies. You have box logo beanies to match the hoodies. Of course, these things are gonna slap. Everybody's going crazy over the beanies and the paisley design, which I do not blame them. The paisley's extremely cool. Kind of makes makes you feel a little bit more gangster than you really are. So shout out to the Paisley, and let's keep it pushing. We have some checkerboard beanies to match the puffy jackets that are dropping. I think 2 of these colorways are coming in a jacket, and then 2 of the colorways are in beanies only. This white and black with the ARC logo on the front is gonna slap. Woo, these beanies are so fire, dude. This little Russian hat's dropping right here. I cannot rock this. I will not purchase for myself, but dude, if you are Russian or have some kind of Russian blood or just gangster enough to pull this thing off, it has like a metal box logo tab that's been sewn in or embroidered to this hat. There's a mauve colored one and a black one. These things are so sick, dude. Another fire beanie is these classic logo beanies right here. These are called radar beanies. Now, if you are a 90s baby, you know exactly what these beanies are. If you were born in the late 90s or 2000s, then you probably hate this beanie. Why is there a bill on this beanie? Yo, in the late 90s and early 2000s, this was the vibe, dude. I'm telling you guys, every beanie had a bill on it, dog. Like, everybody was rocking them. It was normal. It was swag. And for Supreme to bring these back with the classic logo on them is extremely sick. The front of the beanie has the bill on it, and the back has the classic logo embroidered. If you don't like the bill, just flip it around. So sick that the classic logo is on this, and they brought back the 90s bill. This makes me extremely happy, and shout out to all my 90s babies and even my 80s babies out there. You guys know the deal with this beanie. One of my favorite beanies in the lookbook is this championship beanie, or whatever it's called. Dude, this is like an ARC logo crew neck or hoodie put onto a beanie, something that they have never done before, in this woodland camo, the red, the purple. All of these beanies slap. You got 2 little embroidered things on the crown of the beanie, and then an ARC logo on the flap. Such a slapper beanie. Alright guys, to close it out, of course we have the big logo beanies. I think I have every color big logo beanie that they've ever made. These are my favorite beanies that they make, and low-key they don't even fit my head and fit me right. I just love collecting them and buying them. And we got some solid colors: black, red, pink, navy, gold, gray, and dark green. These things are so fire. They always go for bread. Go to StockX and look at past seasons big logo beanies. They always go way up. People love these things. They're big, thick, nice. They keep your ears and your head warm in the winter time, and I cannot wait to cop these as well. And my favorite hat or beanie accessory head thing in the lookbook is these Polar Tech head scarves right here. I've got clowned on so many times for saying that this was my favorite item at the entire lookbook. I don't care what anybody says. I know these hats are going to be extremely shallow, so they're going to fit your head well. And then there's a thing that goes straight down your face, and it literally leaves a peephole for your eye. I'm copping the yellow and the camo. I love these things. They are so fire, dude. I know we spent some time on the hats and beanie section, but that is a big part of the lookbook, and I really do think that they improved it from the past seasons. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the hats and the beanies down below. Now, here's the camo Hanes stuff. Of course, these things are slapping. Some of my favorite Hanes that they have done in a while. They did not do a different pair of boxers, but they did some long johns, and then they did some thermals right here. You got this solid woodland camo colorway. These will probably drop midway through the season. And then, of course, we got the red socks right here. They're kind of switching it up. That would have been dope if they did red boxers with them, but these dark red socks are something different, and those are dropping alongside the camo long johns and the camo thermals. Alright guys, a couple bags we'll go over, of course, is the camo duffel bag right here. I think out of every bag, every style, every color, this camo duffel is by far the best, and one of the bags that I'm going to be buying for my personal collection. I think it's the best colorway out of all the bags. And then you guys can see these little utility pouches right here. You guys got like this magenta colorway, you got this aqua blue colorway, black, and then you got this tree camo right here. So those are 2 bags that are dropping and 2 bags that I will acquire. Let me know what bags you like and what colors you guys are going after down below. Couple accessories that stood out to me, of course, is the burner phone right here. I've seen a lot of people excited about the burner phone. You know, shout out everybody that's excited for the phone. If you guys have ever lived in a past life, or you know, ever ran around for a certain period of time, ever done some dirt in your life, you know, ever slaying packs, whatever you want to call it, I'm sure you guys are excited for this phone, dude. There's really no other reason that you need a burner phone except to do illegal activities. So that's extremely crazy that Supreme is literally calling it a burner phone. That's wild to me and extremely crazy, but you know I'm copping this, even though that's my past life, and no more dirt for the Kells. I ain't running around, I ain't selling packs, I'm doing no dirt, I ain't robbing people. That is all in my old life, but this is something for memorabilia purposes that I am gonna buy and enjoy and put a SIM card in and around with, and something that I'm extremely happy and excited that they are dropping. Next is this voodoo doll. Extremely creepy, but at the same time something that I want to have. I kind of like when it's like on the edge right there, like you don't really know if you should have it or if you want it, but it's kind of cool. And that's the thing with this voodoo doll, dude. There's a bunch of different things on it, and the pins are included. Low-key, I don't even know how the voodoo doll works or how you use it, but shout out to the voodoo doll. I'm gonna cop it, set it in my room, and hopefully he brings me good luck and no bad vibes. We're seeing the return of the pelican cases. These are a little smaller than the cases we have seen in the previous seasons. These things are gonna be about yay big, probably just big enough to fit your phone in. If you guys don't know what a pelican case is, it's like military grade plastic or whatever you want to call it. You can put your stuff in there. It can sink to the bottom of the ocean and your stuff will stay dry. You can take it way up in the air and whatever's inside will stay preserved. You can drop it out of shit, drop it on the ground, run it over with your car, set it on fire. It's like a case that's virtually indestructible, and whatever's inside of it will stay safe no matter the circumstances, no matter the elements. And they're doing a bunch of different colors. One of my favorite accessories this season. And then we have the lantern right here, the little hanging lantern. This thing is extremely cool. I'm assuming that it's gonna be of decent size. I'm pretty sure you light the candle inside of it and then hang it up, and it kind of illuminates the thing and you know, sheds off some light. It'll have like a red glow to it, and then you got Supreme going blasted up the side of it, and that is a couple of my favorite accessories, guys. So I know I did not go over everything. There's gonna be people, oh, you missed this, what about this, you didn't talk about this, how did you miss this? You guys, I'm sure my video's already at 20 minutes. It's just too hard in the beginning of the season to go over and dissect everything. I just showed you guys some of my favorite items and things that I like. I love the bandana fleece. I love the big logo beanies, the Polar Tech face mask hats. I love the wool overcoats. You guys saw a couple of my favorite items. I'm curious to see what you guys are feeling and how you're feeling about this season as a whole. Leave some comments down below, your top favorite items, your favorite color box logo, what you would rate the season, what out of 10, any comment pertaining to Fall Winter 19, leave it in the comment section down below. I know I've been promising you guys a couple other videos. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I got my new camera. Hopefully the quality is a little crisper and nicer. I've been filming my closet video downstairs. I got the FTP video to drop. I promise you guys in the next couple days I have videos coming. You guys set your calendars, get ready. I got my new camera. I spent money that I didn't even have to get this camera, so I'm putting it to use. I'm putting rubber to road, and we're gonna get it cracking. Much love to all you guys. Check us out on the gram. Preem Population week 1, people are winning all week 1 items for $10, $15, $20, $5. It's crazy on Preem Population. You guys go check it out, or you guys can check out my personal at Leroy Destroy. You guys know the vibes, man. Love you all, appreciate you all. Thank you guys for waiting for me to post. Next couple days we're getting it cracking. Hope you guys are excited, and yeah, man, we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Sleepy, I'm out of here. Reese's Pieces, later skater, peace.